Hello and welcome to this week's Monday check-in. So as you know, I have been using a Franklin Covey planner. I love this planner, but for some reason I was feeling really antsy in it. I've been in this binder for about a year. I find a lot of Franklin Covey stuff at Goodwill, and I found this baby at Goodwill, but it's hard to find things that are kind of pretty at Goodwill. Normally they're like just brown or black or old. So I've decided to try something new, and it's pretty radical, so let's go in. This is a FILOFAX Calypso that I found in a stationery store in Chicago that was only $40. I've been super excited to use it, but those of you who are deep into planners and the like know that the ring configuration here for FILOFAX is very different than the ring configuration for Franklin Covey, right? You can see there's 2, 3, and 2 on the Franklin Covey rings, and we've just got 3 and 3. Sorry, excuse me. Additionally, FILOFAX is largely a UK-based company, so everything is set to be A5, which is slightly different than the Franklin Covey system, which is set to be a half-sized sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. This is why Franklin Covey stuff is called classic, and FILOFAX stuff is usually an A5. For all intents and purposes, the size is about the same as far as usability and like what's good and what's bad about it. It just makes everything super annoying when you're trying to print, especially when you are in the States and we don't have easy access to A5 paper. So we're gonna explore some of those issues, but similar to the Franklin Covey, there's some pockets here. I've just got a couple little things in there right now. I love this Ursula, she's the best. I got a couple things tucked away here. This is very different than how the Franklin Covey was, so I'm not quite sure how to use this. We're working on it. There's only one pen loop on this binder, which is different than the Franklin Covey one I was using. I don't know how detrimental that's going to be, but I've got my fountain pen in here. It fits, it's very snug, but I like it. And then I've got this piece of paper that's got my monthly card on it for minutes tracking. Found this cool like post-it grid paper at Staples this weekend. So we've got that on there. And then I also have some regular lined big post-it paper on here. So I have created new dividers. I have also switched systems. So problem with Franklin Covey is they just aren't designing things very cleanly right now. I like my leadership inserts that I have been using. However, they're changing the design next year, and this stresses me out because I do not like the new design of the leadership inserts. There's stronger colors in them, which makes it harder for me to decorate freely. So we have done something radical. I have adopted the Hobonichi system. I found on an Etsy shop, which if you're interested, hit me up and I can give you the name of that. But I found on an Etsy shop basically the Hobonichi pages that can be printed and used in a binder. So that's what we have going on here. So let's just dive in. On the first page, you can see this I already punched for the Franklin Covey. So I've just attached it with some washi tape, so I still get that. One of the nice things about Hobonichi is they have this year at a glance. I'm moving in here in April, so I'm just kind of ignoring this right now. You just put down the major things on the dates that you know. I've got some shows here, there's a conference over there, and then the top things you need to do for the month up there. Always been intrigued by this, wanted to try it, I'm trying it out right now. So it's just a warm-up round, I don't know how I'm gonna like it. And then I just printed the month of April for the monthly look because I don't know if I'm going to stay in this. I feel bad that I have Franklin Covey pages that I'm not using. That makes me kind of upset. But I want to try this. So here we go. Here's our April look. So here's what my month looks like. I've decorated this quite extensively. It came very, very simply with just the date. Well, this was undated, but it had like, we actually printed June by accident, but I just covered it up with April, and then I numbered it. I had these stickers, and then I basically just copied the data from my other planner, and then I used some of the same stickers that I had been, but with a heavier llama theme for the month. So then I have this weekly overlook. I'm really excited about having this. This is the main reason that Hobonichi was appealing to me, because the Franklin Covey thing does not have a week if you do 2 pages per day like I normally do. So I have this. I'm going to use the timestamps here, and I have meal planning down here, which I could never figure out how to easily incorporate into the Franklin Covey system I was using. So we've got that going for us. But our focus today is just on Monday. So we're here at the beginning of my work week. And I still intend to use compass cards. Now, FILOFAX has this little page finder thing that sits in just like the page finder did for Franklin Covey. However, as you can see, it can't hold any paper. It's just a ruler that sticks out a little bit. So I have just gone ahead and taken my compass card. I have punched it for the FILOFAX system, and then I just snipped the corner so that I can rip it in and out. I'm not sure how well this thing is going to hold up. But we're gonna try it this week and see if this piece of paper can handle this chaos. So this is not our flip through video. This is our check-in video. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check in here. So this is the stuff I think I wanna get done this week. I have an abbreviated work week because we are going out of town Friday afternoon. I'm not sure that this list reflects that reality, but that is something I'm contending with. So we'll see how well we do on this list. Let me just zoom in a little for you. Gotta get used to how this relates to this purple planner. A little different, picking up on the camera. All right, so here we go. So for Hawaii, the deadline to submit it for publication, or to be considered for publication is April 15th. So that means I need to have it done. I want to have it done by the 12th, the morning of the 13th at the latest, because I'm going to be gone this weekend and do not want to be submitting things virtually from not my home. So in order to get that done, I need to beef up the broadening narrative section. This is just one heading I have in my in the current draft. There's a section called broadening narrative, and I need to beef that up. I need to put some actual examples because it's supposed to do a lot of intuitive work, and right now it's not doing that. And then I have the 3 scholars section, so I'm looking at 3 particular views. I want to kind of abbreviate it. They're a little messy right now, so I need to make those revisions. And then of course I need to get the citations more under control. If you recall from my goal report video, I only did 1 POMO on citation, so I need to keep working on citations for Hawaii. So all that has to get done before the trip. For the proposal, I'm a little bit up in the air right now because I've sent it to my advisor, and because my advisor is a sane person, he does not usually conduct business over the weekend. So I am kind of in limbo, waiting to see his feedback on that. But we're also moving towards, we're chugging along here through April, and I really would like to get my proposal like defended and under control before the end of the month. I don't know if that's unrealistic or not. But in order to do that, I need to secure a final committee member. And I need to work on scheduling. Sometimes scheduling when you're coordinating between several faculty members can be very challenging. When I was scheduling for my oral exam, there were many back and forths, to the point where like they stopped back and forthing with me and just started interacting with our administrative assistant in the department because there were so many little nuanced things. So then she just relayed the most important bits to me. That took a while. That took more time than I thought. So I would like to get that going. So in case there's any heavy duty chaos, we can address it earlier rather than later. And then I'm expecting my advisor to give me some comments, and I'm expecting to have those comments probably by the end of the week, because he is very prompt. So I need to process those comments. So that means reading them and then taking notes on them, putting them in my own words, whatever specific things he wants me to address. I have to do comments this week for a colleague of mine. This is part of the dissertation seminar that the department runs. We all take turns doing comments on each other, and then each one of us gets an opportunity to present. So it's my turn this week to do comments, and I have to remind my colleague to send me the paper because I need to get it done before the weekend because I'm gonna be out of town. So that's pressing, gotta do that. Okay, here's some miscellaneous life things. I need to copy some information into my FILOFAX. I keep a lot of different kinds of data in my Franklin Covey, or I have kept them. So I need to copy that into this guy, so I have it with me. I need to confirm the map speaker. There's a meeting on 1 week from Tuesday, so I need to confirm that they're all set. My Costco membership didn't auto-renew, so I need to figure that out. I also can't find, I know it's not stolen, but I can't find my city card, so I need to get a new one of those. We have some evening events for work, so I need to talk to my boss about my hours and exactly how I'm going to navigate that. One of my friends asked for some information from Facebook groups that I've been in, so I need to get that to him. I need to pack for the trip on Friday. I need to do grant review for my work. I need to help my father find a new primary care doctor. I want to schedule an appointment with them because it's a little pressing. Then I have some bills I need to check in on, and specifically check in on the American Express. So that is this week. There's a lot of admin. I expect I might have more things for the proposal, depending on how easily the Hawaii revisions are going, because I'm just a little up in the air when I'm like creating this list for the proposal. So there we go. I'm going to try to check in on Friday morning to let y'all know how the week went.